Hello, everybody. It's Rocky, and it is a gloomy Sunday afternoon, and I wanted to just sit down and chat with you today. I have on my trusty cap today because you don't want to see what's going on under here. But today we are talking fashion, and I wanted to just kind of bring you into some, I guess, some close and personal stories. Um, Maybe do a series about this, and it's all revolving around shoes. When I first started my channel, the first year that I started my channel, I thought it would be a great idea to show my sneaker collection. I feel like it was either my first or second year on YouTube. And I've mentioned this before, but when I tell you I got dragged for my shoe collection, I got dragged. And it was on multiple platforms, not just on YouTube, because I would, market my videos in other places, and people were like, man, that is the shittiest, the ugliest, the dirtiest, the brokest, the whatever shoe collection I've ever seen. And I got dogged, I got dragged. And essentially the theme was my shoe collection was whack. And when I look back on it, they wasn't wrong. So that said, I made it my mission to improve my shoe collection. Now, I am not a sneakerhead by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not waiting on drops. I'm not standing in lines. I'm not trying to go on, StockX and all these other websites to get the latest, greatest, most unique type of shoes or anything. However, if something moves me, I will go and get the shoes. Before that point, I really was only using sneakers, for, I don't know, athletics or whatever, like working out, or when I knew I was going to do something physical for, moving things. I really wasn't thinking about them for style, but I still thought they were cute. Sneakers are cute in general. So anyway, it brought me down this whole rabbit hole. Years later, I'm still sort of reeling from the fact that, folks thought my shit was whack. And also thinking about, being more authentic and true to who I am. I want to go out in the world and represent who I really am and what I want people to know about me and see about me. And when I look back at that shoe collection, that wasn't it. So we're going to start a series here. I'm going to kind of go through, my shoe collections by brand or by, genre kind of a thing. And today we're going to start with the one that has a kind of a funny / pathetic origin story to the collection. It's not the most extensive collection, but it's my Converse collection. And how I got into it was I always thought that the classic Converse, the Chuck Taylor one, the low top Chuck Taylor was the classic to me. And at the time when I realized I liked them and I wanted them, my money wasn't right. So I got a pair of dupes from Payless, and it rubbed my husband the absolute wrong way. He hated that I had dupe Converse. I'm like, well, why am I going to buy? I can buy these for a third of the price. Why not? And they look the same from a distance. You don't know, and unless you're looking like, okay, those are XJ900s. I don't even know what they were called, but they looked exactly the same. But he couldn't stand it, and after some time, he just went out and bought, me a real pair of Converse, and that was the start of my Converse story. So the low top, Chuck Taylor, classic Chuck Taylor sneakers were my thing. And I still have the original pair that my husband purchased for me. I try my best to keep sneakers clean, but I wear them all. I wear all of my sneakers every day. I've hung up my pumps and heels, quite when the pandemic came around, really not into it anymore. And so usually when I'm about to, wear them, I will clean them thoroughly before I leave. Or if I've gotten the sneakers dirty, I make sure to wash them when I get home and then lace them back up, clean the shoe and put it up. So at some point I'm cleaning the shoe, but I'm not leaving my house with nasty sneakers. So I wanted to bring that up because I want to preface that by my sneakers today may not be the cleanest, but just know I don't go out in the street with my sneakers looking dirty. So so the classics were my origin story, but it started because of shame. Then after that, I thought, let's venture into the high tops. And I have several pairs of high tops. I don't know the order in which I got them, but I feel like I started with this pair that I got from Nordstrom Rack, actually. And they're a woven chenille fabric kind of. It put me in the mindset of if Chanel and and Converse had a baby, and Chanel Converse, go ahead and do a little collabo. I don't know, but if they had a baby, this is what you would get. And it put me in that mindset, and they were super, super comfy. The sole was some special sole. It feels like you're walking on clouds. And first go around, I got the wrong size, returned and got it. And I'm like, I think I like Converse. You know what I mean? I think it's a thing. From there, I kind of ventured into other high top sneakers. One of which is a plastic coated. So I'm into clear things, but this one wasn't clear necessarily. It had like a clear overlay on top of like what would be like a classic high top Converse, and it zips on the front. And so I thought that was really cool. Only bit downside to those sneakers is that over time they start to yellow. Anything you get that's clear starts to yellow or fog over time. This one started to yellow. I don't wear them that often. It's just sitting in my closet and everything like that. But start to yellow, but they still look good. I'm still rocking them and they still look good. But I thought they were unique. And so that's why I picked them up. So I'm like, you know what? I think that unique Converses are my thing. Unique Converse sneakers are my thing. And so since then, I've always been trying to pick up things that were cool and slightly unique. I'm not looking for crazy, but I like a little something that makes people double take at the sneaker. So I picked up a couple more high tops from there. One was like a patchwork one. I'm trying to remember if this one was a collabo or not. I don't think so, but if it was, it was probably like Jack Purcell something or whatever. And this one, I don't think I show this or talk about this enough on this channel, but my Achilles heel when it comes to fashion is patchwork. And not everyone loves patchwork. Some people it looks a little, lowbrow, or you know what I mean? I don't know. Not too casual or whatever, but I absolutely love patchwork in every capacity that you could do patchwork. I love it. And these sneakers spoke to me because it had chenille, it had pattern, it had it had everything you could think of, and the colorway was so cohesive. It wasn't crazy like a mosaic of different colors. They all kind of went well, and I love that it was a cream, so it wasn't bright white. And so I loved everything about the sneaker, and all of them are super comfy, so I'm not even going to keep saying that. But this one was like, yes, I'm doing the thing. And from a distance, it looks like a cohesive pattern, but when you look close, it's like, oh, okay, that's patchwork. I like it. So that one spoke to me. And then I saw this other one that I was looking for neutral shoes, something brown, something, cream, whatever, something that I could wear with anything. And this next pair spoke to me. It had the Frankenstein stitch, which made it unique to me, but it also had a two-tone effect, very subtle two-tone effect of cream and white. And so these are kind of special. I have to be kind of delicate and careful with them because they, get them dirty is kind of ruined. So those I am careful with. But I think those are so cool. That Frankenstein stitch, that one little detail is what did it for me. That's what's doing it for me, the stitch. So that's really one of my special pairs that I really like. And at some point, I started to pivot and look at collaboration sneakers, which I absolutely love collaborations because it brings two worlds together that you wouldn't think would look great together, or sometimes you always thought would look great, i.e. the Chanel, the Chanel Converse I was thinking about. But I moved on into collaborations, and my very favorite pair, I don't know if anyone knows this, but my very favorite pair of sneakers in my entire collection is the J.W. Anderson Converse sneakers that I have. And it's because they're denim. And I had them before the denim craze. I've been talking about denim on denim and double denim and Canadian tuxedos for the longest on my channel because I really like the look of denim. Denim isn't always the most comfortable. It isn't classy in some cases, even though I love how we're classing it up this year. Historically, it's not quite classy. It's like workman's class type stuff. So to have a J.W. Anderson, which is a designer luxury brand, collaborate with Converse in this way and bring something that's versatile that you can wear all the time, absolutely love. I love how they incorporated, typically on Converse, you'll have the Converse symbol on one side of the shoe versus not on the other side. What this one did was had a different color star on each side. So one is a denim star and the other one is a white star. And I just love the versatility of this shoe. The blue and the white, it's a neutral to begin with. And the fact that it's denim, I'm going to say denim about 10. Every time you hear the word, rewind this. Every time you hear the word denim, take a shot. That'll be a fun game. But that brings me to the next pair. I don't have my original Play Comme des Garçons and Converse collaboration sneaker, but Play Comme des Garçons is a brand on its own. Play Comme des Garçons is an offshoot of Comme des Garçons. And they came out with a brand, an offshoot brand called Play. And it's a nod to working hard. The phrase is play your heart out, right? And give it your all. And it's a nod to having fun with fashion, being expressive, working hard, putting your best foot forward. It's a nod to that sort of theme and that ethic. And so, aside from the heart being cute and playful and childlike, it's childlike wonder. Aside from that, I love the message of Play Comme des Garçons. So I pivoted to getting, my first pair, which was several years ago, during having my YouTube channel. It had polka dots on it. It was really, really cute. Hopefully I'm able to put a picture of it somewhere so you can see what I'm talking about. But I absolutely fell in love with it. That was my first pair. But unfortunately, I got it in the wrong size. I got it too big, so I was never able to really enjoy the pair. They didn't fit quite right, so I ended up selling them and bought a new pair. And I can't remember which one I got first, but I'll start with the one that I think is the cutest. I have a gray pair of Play Comme des Garçons. And I like it because the red heart pops so well against the gray sneaker itself. And it wraps around the shoe, and I absolutely love how that's styled. And again, obviously I love Play Comme des Garçons. It's not a question of if I like that. It's just I love the unique style of it. And it was a colorway that I didn't see people wearing. I have a couple more on my wish list that I would like in different colors and styles. But these sneakers ain't cheap. And then the last pair I want to call out is my favorite Play Comme des Garçons. Of the three that I mentioned, this is my favorite because this one has a unique sole and just a unique styling of it. It has a bright red sole, and it just pops in a way that's unique to all the other Play Comme des Garçons sneakers that I've seen. And whenever I go out, it definitely brings attention, whether for good or for bad. People notice those sneakers, and it's a conversation piece. What I've always said on this channel is what sort of inspires me or drives me about, styling and talking about fashion is that I want it to inspire conversation, whether for good or for bad. If you hate how I've done something, talk about it. Think about how you would have done it differently or why this doesn't speak to your style, and start to define or articulate what your style is and why my style is different from yours. Or if you love it, why do you love it? Or if you've learned something new, or, just whatever, whether you're indifferent to it, why doesn't it move you? So I love having that conversation around fashion. I don't like when people try to, make it personal or a personal attack or anything like that. But when it's about the fashion, when it drives that conversation, that's why I do it. I love it. I love inspiring, and I love driving conversation around something that I really enjoy and brings me joy. So I thought that I would do a series around, and some of them will have stories, origin stories. Some of them won't, but I just wanted to share my shoe collection in an intimate way. Talk brand by brand, and maybe, hear about some of your favorites. So in the comments down below, I'd love to know what your thoughts are about Converse. Have you ever considered that brand? If you don't have any, why don't you have any? If you have a lot, what do you love about it? What do you think about my collection? As small as it is, it's still a collection. And if Converse ain't for you, what is your brand that you like? Are you a sneaker person? It's a ton of questions, so many questions. So anyway, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments down below. Let me know if you have any questions about a particular pair, like, where I got them from, what they're called, or how they feel. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you come back for the rest of the series, because I have so many different brands and bespoke sneakers that I'd love to show you. Come on back. Let's have a conversation. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Share it with your friends, because my thought is, if you liked it, they'd like it too. And I'm pretty sure you have a few sneakerhead friends in the bunch. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.